Another night when operators from the Signum unit hunt down Russian military personnel and armored vehicles. With the help of night vision goggles, they can see even on the darkest nights. Upon seeing several enemy military vehicles, it was decided to fly directly into the fuel tank in order to hit the maximum radius of the Russian positions and inflict maximum damage on the enemy. The primary means of transportation at the front are vehicles, which quickly deliver troops and ammunition to their positions. Therefore, these objects are particularly important for drones, which hunt for them day and night. Russian vehicles traveling along plantations, roads in populated areas, and anywhere else where they can be reached by drones are subject to destruction. In this video, we see a Russian Special Forces soldier who was apparently returning from a failed assault. Ukrainian UAV operators spotted the enemy near Russian positions. Without hesitation, the Ukrainian military launched a drone to eliminate the enemy. When the drone approached the soldier, he opened fire with his automatic rifle in the hope of shooting down the tiny target in the air. After firing a burst into the air, the drone continued its approach, but the Russian soldier dodged it and the first attempt to hit it failed. Turning around, the Ukrainian drone continued its hunt. In a desperate attempt, the Russian soldier continued to try to destroy the Ukrainian drone, but the Ukrainian operator maneuvered professionally, like in the movie The Matrix, and with a precise shot, he hit the enemy in the back. When the reconnaissance drone saw that the Russian soldier was still moving, it gave the command to launch another strike drone to finish the job. After locking onto the target in the center, the drone began its approach and hit the enemy's head without hesitation. After encountering the drone, his comrades did not evacuate him. At 5:47 a.m., Ukrainian soldiers from the Rubish Brigade observed a Russian passenger car moving across Ukrainian fields. Noticing the reconnaissance drone, the driver accelerated to reach his position as quickly as possible and avoid combat. But at that time, the Ukrainian military had already transmitted the coordinates for an artillery strike on the target. The first shell misses. After some adjustments, the second shell hit the car with Russian soldiers with meter-level accuracy, destroying them along with the ammunition they were carrying to their positions. At 5:56 a.m., the same soldiers saw a second Russian army passenger car filled with Russian soldiers. Without wasting any time, the drone operator transmitted the coordinates to headquarters, and from there, a strike drone was launched. Noticing the FPV drone, the Russian military left the car, and after the FPV drone exploded, the car was destroyed and the Russian occupiers were wounded by fragments from the drone and the car, some of them unable to move on their own. But while the wounded soldiers were recovering from the first strike, the UAV operators wasted no time and immediately launched a second drone, whose target was to eliminate the enemies. Thanks to the coordinated actions of the Ukrainian military, 3 Russian occupiers were eliminated, but another was still only wounded, and with the help of another drone, the 4th soldier was eliminated. At 15:04 on the same day, Ukrainian soldiers from the Rubish Brigade spotted an enemy MTLB with what appeared to be military personnel on board. After passing the information on to headquarters, a strike FPV drone was immediately launched, which shot down the vehicle. It stopped, and all the soldiers on board fled and scattered across the landing site. In order to destroy the armored vehicle, the Ukrainian military launched another drone, and then another, and another, until the vehicle was finally destroyed. Another armored vehicle arrived to assist the Russian military, which was supposed to evacuate Russian army personnel. However, within a few minutes, a Ukrainian UAV was heading there. After several strikes, the transport was destroyed, but the Russian soldiers scattered across the field and into the trees. A pile of Russian scrap metal was left in the field. After the strike, military medics began to provide assistance to the wounded soldiers, but then Ukrainian FPV drones appeared on the horizon again, with one mission: to destroy all enemies. On the opposite side of the landing zone, a Russian soldier managed to destroy a strike drone that fell near him but did not detonate. Ukrainian UAV operators launched strike drones one after another, destroying everyone who had not been eliminated earlier. A little time passed, and FPV drones with grenades flew in to help clear the forest of Russian soldiers. With each explosion of an FPV drone, fear grew among Russian soldiers. They understood that if they did not find shelter, they would be next. Every flight of a Ukrainian drone brought with it a constant sense of inevitability and a reminder that there is no safe place on the battlefield. As a result of this unsuccessful assault, the Ukrainian brigade Rubish destroyed significant enemy forces. According to confirmed data, the occupiers lost 1 tank, 3 MTLB armored personnel carriers, and 2 passenger cars, which the enemy used to quickly transport ammunition and personnel. Human losses were no less significant. 25 Russian servicemen were killed and 2 more were wounded. The entire operation was carefully planned from start to finish. Reconnaissance revealed the direction of the assault. Drone operators tracked the movement of equipment, and support units accurately targeted specific targets. Coordinated actions and quick reactions allowed Ukrainian defenders not only to repel the attack, but also to inflict serious losses on the enemy. This success proves once again that the brigades of the Ukrainian Defense Forces are capable not only of defending themselves, but also of destroying the aggressor wherever it attempts to attack. And now, a selection of videos showing the work of the Ukrainian Phoenix unit. 2 occupiers eliminated. The occupier has been eliminated. The occupier has been eliminated. The occupier has been eliminated. 3 occupiers eliminated. Car destroyed. 3 occupiers eliminated.